Hi guys, just wanted to have a chat with you about Marvel events. With AVX starting last week, I was going to highlight a couple of the events that have happened over the years that have really built up to kind of making the big events as big as they are. So I'm going to start with House of M. House of M, obviously, as most people would have read this already. If you haven't, this is where you need to start. Maybe even going back slightly, Secret War. I haven't got it here in stock at the moment, so I can't show you it, but Secret War is when Nick Fury led a bunch of the Avengers into Latveria and started the big war. But House of M, obviously, we'll go from here. This is when basically the mutants cease to exist. So they're an endangered species now. This is the big event. This is the Kickstarter for Marvel events. This is what did well. This is where you should start if you want to get into that area of reading all the characters in one big book. Go for that. The biggest one, the one that's most kind of talked about, most looked for, is Civil War. You should pick this up, and it is the best event. Like, there's no arguing it. It was the one that kind of got people on board with it. There's probably not been anything as good since. You can't see there being. Civil War was a great story arc. Everybody should have read this at some point. I would go then to World War Hulk, but unfortunately we haven't got a copy in, so I'll just let you know about it. World War Hulk is, as most people know, Hulk was sent off to a different planet by the bigger minds of the Marvel Universe. They came together, they decided that Hulk was too dangerous, so they shipped him off to another planet. He waged war, the ship blew up, and he was in love with the planet then. He had made it his home. So the ship blew up and he thought it was an attack from the humans, so he comes back to Earth to wage war. And that's the big event. Like, he comes back to Earth, all the superheroes need to stop Hulk. Can't think of a better storyline. So pick that up. Then we kind of got some mini events as well, like Shadowland. Shadowland was a Daredevil event. Daredevil kind of gone evil. So there's something big that happens in this issue, in this series, that most people don't know about because they overlooked it. So I'd recommend giving this a go. It's quite a short story, it's quite a nice story, and it will help if you want to know why Daredevil's come back so happy-go-lucky in the new Mark Waid series. So give that a go. Moving on from there, I think I can't remember correctly, but Chaos War was another mini event involving Hercules and a couple of gods in between these. But I'll jump straight to Siege. Siege was the event where the Dark Avengers kind of happened during this era, and they decided to rage an attack on Asgard that was floating above the desert somewhere, because it had been brought to Earth. So Siege is when they try and take down Asgard, because they think that it's almost like an alien invasion. Thinking about that like Secret Invasion, in a way. Which I think I've completely skipped over. So Siege is the big war on the gods, essentially. A lot of stuff happens in there as well. I'm just going to have a look, see if I've got Secret Invasion, because I've completely forgotten about that. There it is. The Skrull Invasion. This happened, I believe, after Civil War, before Shadowland. For some reason, I can't remember right now whether it was before or after World War Hulk. I think it was after. Pretty sure it was after World War Hulk. Skrulls have invaded Earth. Not everybody's who you think they are. You find out some heroes that haven't been themselves for a long time. Aliens have replaced them. So this is quite a good book as well. I don't know why I've completely forgotten it. It just blanked from my mind for a moment. But not quite as good as Civil War. I'm always going to go back to that as my main big event book, being the best of the best. But Secret Invasion was a good arc, good story. Pick that up. Moving on, after Siege happened, the Dark Avengers were got rid of, they don't exist anymore, everything kind of went back to being a bit good again. And then Fear itself happened. Red Skull, this happened last year, 2011. Red Skull and Odin's brother, I forget his name now, the Serpent, or something he goes by, they got together and they decided that they were going to take Earth as theirs. And this is that, but I don't want to tell too much because obviously people are still picking this up. It's not been out long in hardcover. You need to get this before you go into Avengers vs X-Men, really. That's just kicked off with issue 0 and issue 1, so I'd recommend getting this before you really dive into the big new story arc. Worth a read. And just highlighting quickly X-Men Schism. If you are liking the X-Men books at the moment, Wolverine and the X-Men, or the Uncanny X-Men, the new boots, this is where Cyclops and Wolverine had their falling out. They're no longer friends, they've gone off to do their own thing. Wolverine respecting Jean Grey, opening the Jean Grey Academy, or whatever he's called it. He's doing that, and Cyclops is running all the missions with the Uncanny X-Men at the moment. So he's out there fighting the fight while Wolverine's trying to train up the kids so that nobody gets hurt. Get that and give the new series a go. I think that's about it for now. We've got AVX going on, so get in store, pick it up, see what that's like.